Hello and good vibes to everyone. I'm Defi Si. I'm here with another one of our weekly Avalanche updates. It's been a while since we've done this, so we're getting back into them now. So we're going to jump straight in with some amazing news this week. We're going to talk about AI, what's been going down with AI, some amazing launches, and also a fantastic airdrop that was done through the Arena app. So let's jump in. My name is Defi Si. As I said, we have missed our recent videos, but we're getting back on the updates now after the holiday period. And I wanted to start with some exciting news, both for me personally, but also for this channel, for both existing subscribers and also any potential new subscribers. I did mention some weeks ago that I was going to submit an application for the Avalanche Ambassador program, and I'm super happy to say that I did that. And I'm so excited to announce that I was successful. So I am now an official Avalanche Ambassador, and this is something that I really want to be using to really work on this content, to get to share more content and to really increase the quality of the content, using the information that I get from being the Avalanche Ambassador to share with you all. So if you do like this type of content, you want to know about what's going on in the Avalanche ecosystem, do like and subscribe as we're now official. So let's jump in and look at last week. Let's start with the market conditions. So Bitcoin closed last week on 94,484. So it's down on the week, but since that, because we're a bit late, it's now Tuesday, it's moved back up to 96,631. Avalanche closed the week, or AVAX, on $36.55. So well down on its recent highs. But again, we've since come back up. And at the time of recording this video, we've just gone back up over $36, which is good to see. So looking at the meme ecosystem for Avalanche, things are still looking pretty red over the 7-day period. But there is signs of some positivity on there, some green flashes on the shorter timescales. At the moment, it is being led, as you would expect, by the bigger legacy memes such as COQ and Kimbo. So hopefully of this recent dip, we're going to see a nice bounce back. Now, there's a lot of talk about the Trump effect. So when he takes office on the 20th, which is just under 1 week away, so it'd be nice to see a good run up to this. Now, there has been some talk, some chatter on the social that Trump is planning a raft of crypto-based announcements. They're saying it's going to be very early in his term. There's even some things on Twitter that are saying it could be even as early as his first day. So I think for everyone in the crypto space, we're all kind of waiting with bated breath on this. Now, one of the points to remember is that this January dip that we're seeing right now is actually something that we have seen before in previous bull runs and previous bull markets. So there was a tweet that caught my eye from XX1 on X, who's one of the guys behind the Red Pepe project on Avalanche. So he put a tweet out which was super interesting. What he says in his tweet, that in 2021, Bitcoin did exactly the same shenanigans until the end of January, from which point it pumped nearly 100% from 30k all the way up to 58k, and he says he sees the same playing out again. So as they say, history doesn't always repeat itself, but it does tend to rhyme. So if we do see this type of price action repeating itself, prepare for fireworks. As we always say, nothing is finance advice, so do just treat it as advice. So on to Bitcoin dominance, which is something that we do keep a close eye on. Now we'll look at this for any signs that we're going into an alt season as Bitcoin dominance starts to drop and the alts are picking up. It's currently pushing back up to 58% after a bit more of a dip, which is something you would expect, as now Bitcoin is leading the rise back up, followed by the alts, followed by the milms after this recent little dump. So, on to some of the other stories from the Avalanche ecosystem that caught my eye over the last week or so. Well, it's just over a week because we're a little bit late, but there you go. So one of the main stories that is playing out at the moment and also really came into focus last week is the rise of AI on Avalanche. Now, the movement has really started to gather pace over this last week with a raft of AI agents launching. Now, I am going to do more of a deep dive video on the AI, but I'll just give you a quick overview for this as the weekly video. So first off, it's good to start with what is an AI agent. An AI agent is basically a self-thinking system that can think for themselves. So what they do is they analyze, they also have the power to decide what to do next. The thing about an AI agent is it can also learn from the past. So if it makes a mistake, it can remember that and it can learn on it and it can improve what it's doing. They're also adaptable, so they can change and grow based on what's happening around them, the data they're pulling in. Very similar to how like ChatGPT works, but far more advanced. So what's happening now is that these agents are being paired with the blockchain tech and they're creating specific use cases specific to the blockchain. So for example, they can learn how to execute tasks through smart contracts. They can also manage assets on chains. They've been creating memes for meme kinds, etc., and so much more. Now, just recently over the last couple of weeks, there's been apps built on Avalanche that can do really super crypto specific things, such as managing portfolios. So they've been trading, they've been staking, they've been timing the market, etc. It's also been used for gaming, so acting as a guide for strategies and more. Also, it's been used for social media and SocialFi. So there's AI agents out there that are actively running social media content, creating tweets, creating content, which is pretty wild to see. Now, one that launched last week and one that's been pretty mind-blowing is the COQ AI. It was launched under the COQ umbrella, which is the biggest meme coin on Avax, by the dev of COQ, who's Gribbler. So it's an AI agent, and at the current moment, it's currently running both its own X and also its Arena account. So it's actively sending out tweets, actively sending out Arena posts, it's creating memes, it's responding to tweets. It's absolutely insane. You can go on there, you can interact with it, and it's well worth to see just how good it's working, how clean its response is, and how well it is through what Gribbler has been teaching it to do. So the responses and its capabilities to this are only going to grow. So I'm going to drop a tweet out later on. I'm going to tag the COQ AI account into it about this video. So let's see what it does about that. It'll be nice to see which response is. So I'll pop a link to the tweet in the description, and we can all have a look on that and follow it and see where it goes. So as you can see, the possibilities and the application of this tech are pretty mind-blowing. What I personally feel is amazing with this is that when it's paired with the blockchain, and in particular with the Avalanche blockchain, as we know, Avalanche has got super low transaction fees. It's super fast. This is amazing because Avalanche can really be the leader in this tech and this sector. And there's already been some more amazing use cases that have come out for this tech, particularly using a platform called Launch. So Launch allows you to create your own AI agent. So you log on to Launch, you connect your wallet to it, and then you can do things like connect your social media accounts, such as your X account. The AI tech then learns from your tweets and your content, and it creates a personality for your AI agent based on that. Now, you can also go deeper into the settings and you can really fine tune your AI agent. So it's got a personality that's really either representative of you or representative of how you want it to be. Now, I've had a bit of play about with this and it's super cool. But like I said, I am going to do more of a deep dive video on this. So do like and subscribe if you want to see that, as I really want to explore what's really possible with this. Now, at present, the AI agent that you can create is going to be housed on the Launch platform. But going forward, as they move to phase 2, the plans are they're going to allow you to launch your own AI agent on chain, which is something that I'm just going to be keeping an eye on. So yeah, like I said, stay tuned for more content on this. I'll pop the links to the COQ AI in there. I'll pop the links to the Launch platform in the comments. So yeah, jump on and have a look at that. One other AI-based tweet that caught my eye this week that's pretty wild, that what you can do is you can actually launch your tokens using an AI agent. So it can write all of the code for you. It can write all the smart contracts. There was this amazing tweet by Ava from Ava Labs as well, where he actually launched his own custom layer 1 on Avalanche using AI, which for me personally is just totally crazy. I'll pop the video again to the link on his X on that. You can see it on the screen now. And yeah, like I said, I am going to do a deep dive in this. So yeah, like and subscribe if you want to see more content on how AI is impacting Avalanche and what its possibilities are for the future. If you do want to know any more about this, there's a whole load of information on the AI scene on Avalanche. There's an awesome blog post on there from the Avalanche Ambassador blog, which is coming up on the screen now. I will also add a link to the comments in that, so that's really good to have a read through and get some background of what the AI can do on Avalanche. Now, speaking of launches on chain and also speaking about COQ, which is the biggest meme coin on Avalanche, we've spoke about this before, but the rumors are building, the hype is building for COQnet, which is the layer 1 built by COQ. It's now due and it must be any day now. There's been tweets going out from the aforementioned COQ AI account, also everyone to do with COQ, and also Stephen Gates, who is the founder of GoGoPool, who are the people that are building the custom layer 1 for COQ. So as far all I can take from that is it must be very close. Now, I personally feel that this is going to be a great platform for both COQ, but also for a whole host of other Avalanche projects as well. And I think it's going to be super good for the whole space and for Avalanche as a whole. So I will keep you updated on that, and any news I find I will be popping out on my socials, etc. Now, one of the big stories that came out of last week came from over at the Arena, which I've spoken about before as the SocialFi platform. They host stages, which is similar to how the Twitter Spaces run. The biggest one they did was hosted by the awesome Brandon, who is known as the Dazzle Novak. This was with Emin, who's the founder of Avalanche, and this stages actually broke the record for the amount of people tuning into his stages on the Arena, where at its peak there was 2.2 thousand people tuning in to hear what the boss man Emin had to say during the stages. Also, during the stages, you can receive tips, and the Avalanche Foundation tips every single listener one whole AVAX, which is absolutely amazing. So for just sitting there and listening, you earn one whole AVAX, which is amazing, and it just really proves again that the Arena is really going to be the future of SocialFi, especially if it's got that tie-in with the Avalanche Foundation, and they're going to be giving out tips like this, and there's a whole host to come from that, specifically in the crypto space. Also, I know they have applied for the Retro 9000 grant, so they are currently building their own layer 1 on Avalanche as well. So there's absolutely massive things coming from the team over at the arena. So stay tuned to what they're doing. Jump on. I'm on the arena myself. I will pop my referral link and also my link to my arena profile down in the comments below. So yeah, it'd be amazing to jump on and connect with as many of us possible on there. So that's it for the last week's roundup. Now, personally, I know things have been a bit down recently, but it is typical for this time of year. And I do think that we're looking super, super good for the next few weeks, for the year ahead, for the future, especially with Trump taking office. I'm personally super, super excited about everything that's going on in this space, and I'm really hyped for the year ahead. There's a lot going on for me personally. As I said, I'm now an Avalanche Ambassador. I've also got all my merch work that I do, designing for NF Treasures, their resident artist, and also through my own website, Soul Thumb Collective. I also recently launched my own meme coin, which is called Good Vibes, and it's all about bringing the good vibes back to Avalanche, spreading some positive energy. So if you want to know more about that, jump in. There's videos on the YouTube profile. I'll also pop all the links to the socials on there. If you want to know any more about my own meme coin, do jump on and find out about that. As I said, there'll be regular content like this coming out based around me being an Avalanche Ambassador, based around everything that's happening in the Avalanche ecosystem and the crypto space. So yeah, if you want to know more about that, please do jump on and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace out and good vibes.